I am David Hoover. I've been coming to Sanctuary for 2 years now with my wife Tiffany and 5-year-old son Jace and 3-year-old daughter Willow. We were coming off of probably the most difficult season of our married life and even our spiritual lives with God, and walking some difficult circumstances. And we had actually just moved back to Columbus for the first time in 3 years. We were newish parents at that point too. We weren't parents when we left Columbus. Some of the first things that we noticed when coming to Sanctuary was a little bit of the slower pace. Definitely one of the things that stuck out was the contemplative practice or contemplative moment during the service, where we actually took time to pay attention to how we felt physically and emotionally and check in. And we felt like a relaxation in our body. It felt like a prompting from the Spirit to say, like, this is okay, this is good. To have that incorporated into the church and spiritual practice felt very natural and made a lot of sense to us. I think it allowed us to invite God into those moments too. We had looked at a few different sanctuary groups on the website and saw a new one was starting up that was actually kind of geared around some of these contemplative practices that we really enjoyed during the service. And we found it as kind of a perfect fit for our family. Just the approach to study and prayer and listening, like deep listening to each other, was a practice that we had appreciated from more of a counseling perspective or counseling background, and to have that incorporated into a small group where people were taking in and listening to kind of what you were dealing with and struggling with, and not immediately trying to jump in and fix it. That's been really helpful in our, spiritual formation and understanding of who God is and how He interacts with us, and that He's not immediately trying to fix us, and He lets us kind of walk that journey. It's a really safe place for us to be honest and to share exactly what's going on without pretending like we have a plan or have it figured out. The idea of family being you can come and be your real self. It's one of the first places that I've felt like you can have a different opinion or even land a different place theologically than the person sitting next to you. Even feeling permission from people, yes, but also from God to rest for a time, and feeling permission to ask questions, I think really invited us to heal in a way that we hadn't since returning to Columbus. I wouldn't say it's surprising that we are where we are, but I do think we often kind of forget what kind of place we were in when we got here, and we don't often take stock of, like, wow, thanks God for how far you've brought us, and how you've kind of gifted us this family, this church to walk this journey with us. And it really does feel like home. Learning that my faith changing and maybe looking a little bit different didn't mean that I was leaving God or forsaking my faith was huge for me. That it was okay that it looked different, like a different color on the color palette of who God is and how you experience Him. So I get really excited thinking about just the possibilities with that, and even just what God has for us and myself and my family and our church.